Okay, guys, we're live. It is Friday night. It's not match of the day. It is Dave's LFC Chats. And I have three legends to talk about the big game tomorrow. It is Bournemouth Liverpool. It is 7-0. It is S Club 7. It's 7 up. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to regurgitate. We're even going to mention Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer, Ian Wright. In the house, we have Doug from the Dugout Football Channel. Doug, how are you?
I'm good, mate. Thank you very much for asking me to come on. And it is a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have a lovely little chat on this. So, guys, hit the like, hit the share, show your love, show your care, give us a sub, give all the guys subs. You know what to do. Let's rock August roll. And bottom corner, it is Jack Mac LFC. The name's back. It's Jack Mac LFC. It used to be Anfield Road TV. It's now back to original, back into the 90s boy bands. There we go. Jack Mac LFC. Jackie boy, how are you?
Not too bad, mate. And I don't know if it was on the agenda, Dave, but obviously just before we've come on air, Barca have been done for corruption. So
did see that, yeah.
Death taxes
yeah,
and Barca cheating.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, more or less. But yeah, thank you very much for having me on, mate. And we've got a chocker show to do.
Chocker, they're just going to make a Willy Wonka chocker show, baby. And down the bottom, as usual, in the house, it is Ivan at Ivan Jennings on Twitter. Ivan, how are you?
I'm really good, lads. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you're always on, baby. But look, it's been a crazy week. It's been an epic, historical, I don't know what you want to call it, ridiculous, historic, like, you know, what, 1921 is the last time.
Tremendous.
It's been tremendous. It's been seventh heaven. It's been ridiculous. I haven't talked to anybody really. I've done did my own live shows, but I haven't actually talked to Ivan, Keith, Doug, anybody really about it. But Ivan, I want to get you. Where did you watch it? Did you watch it at home? Did you get a fucking text message about it? What like 7-0? What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, no, I watched it at home, and you know, I was worried. We haven't been playing well, and as the game progressed, like it was following the same kind of, you know, format as the previous games. We're playing really well for 20 minutes, and then we're getting shaky, and I was getting worried, and then we just get those two goals at the perfect times, just before half time and just after, and that was it. That they went jelly-legged after that, and if it had gone on for another 15 minutes, it probably could have been another 4 or 5. It was perfect.
The butcher was butchered.
The butcher was absolutely butchered.
Fuck's sake. I mean, Martinez, I don't know whether you've seen it, Ivan, as well. I did a thing on Twitter today of the bus, the Dublin bus in Bowes grounds. You know the only thing where you bring the football onto the pitch in the small little cars. They have a Dublin bus sponsoring it. It's like a double-decker bus with the ball on it. And I says, here's Martinez arriving for training.
Absolutely shocking. Like when there's players actually calling out where he went on his arse that he was defending properly. He was turned on his back by Salah. It was just, he was rinsed, absolutely rinsed.
Into a different dimension, as I seen, which was quite good. But look, we're not going to dwell on the 7-0 too much. We will bring it up every 5th of March, International Sevens Day, of course. We will just keep on going.
Every
listen,
day.
They would have done the same to us. Yeah. They would have done the same to us. And there is absolutely, you know, that's just the way it is. It's the biggest rivalry. The fan base is against each other and all this. They had a bit of bluster coming into it. But I was confident, guys. I don't know if you've seen the podcast we did, Keith and Ivan. I was saying I was confident. I thought we'd win the game, not 7-0. I thought it'd be 2-1 or something like that. I thought it'd be a tight game.
I thought we'd nick it. Yeah.
Games. Yeah, but I was confident. I knew we'd turn up. I think tomorrow's game is a bit more of a banana skin, to be fair. But Doug, what were you in Dreamland last Sunday?
I was actually in here. I was basically sitting here. I had my iPad there. No. I didn't do a watch along. I kind of wish I did now, but no, I actually was watching on the iPad, and I think it was an interesting game because I think the first 10-15 minutes, I think we were the better team. We allowed them to sort of come back into it. Rashford, I've no idea how we missed. And then obviously go down the other end of the pitch, and then, you know, Gakpo scores a very, very good goal. And then, you know, the best time to score is just before half time. The best time to score in the second half is just after the second half. And I just think they just fell apart after.
I think the third goal on 50 absolutely killed them. The third goal, it was 3-0 at 50 minutes. Like, that's it. Good luck.
Yeah. And as well, I think we, you know, I'm glad for Gakpo and I'm glad for Nunes as well for getting 2 goals, because I think they've had a lot of unfair criticism this season.
Yeah.
But when you look at Nunes' goals now, I think it's 18 goals and assists or 18 goal involvements. I think this season.
Yeah, I think it's 14
14
goals, isn't it? 14 goals.
Yeah,
for Nunes.
14 goals and I think 4 assists. So it's not bad at all from
There's a good chance
Darwin.
he'll get 20. There's a good chance he'll get 20
Yeah.
on your first season. You know what I mean? People giving out about him. What I did go on, go Duck.
And I remember speaking to you. I remember speaking to Jack. I said anything between 15 to 20 goals in all comps would be a very good start to his Liverpool career.
Oh yeah, this guy's gonna explode. And I mean, Gakpo, go Gakpo. This guy just looks. Look, we all knew he's only a young lad. Needs time to settle. I mean, we still have Luis Diaz. I know he's not far away. He's still coming in. I mean, it's ridiculous. This front 4, 5, 6. We know Bobby's leaving. You mentioned that as well. But Jackie boy, it was dreamland, wasn't it? It was Willy Wonka, Area 51, Salvador Dali, all mixed into a big pot, and you get 7-0. Ridiculous.
Yeah, and every walk of life, you bump into a Manc or a Manchester United fan. I know what it is like in Ireland as well. Got a lot of family relatives at Liverpool fans, and obviously spoken to you lads as well in the past. And obviously, it's obviously the banter, and you're spot on there, boys. And keep on reminding them of it, because I tell you what, their biggest Premier League defeat, their joint biggest defeat in the history of their football club, and you absolutely love to see it. And yeah, we just need to keep on signing these supposed flops, and then we'll be doing quite well. Not too bad. But, I know I didn't have qualms. Me, you, Dave, and Ivan when we were doing the videos pre-season. I think people that were writing them off over 2 90-minute games. I think it's the modern day football Twitter fan who literally only started supporting a football team in the last 2 years. So yeah, it's exciting, and hopefully we just got to ride the crest of this wave and the crest of momentum, and just treat this Brighton game, the Bournemouth game, tomorrow morning like a Champions League final, because that's the mentality we need to go into it now. None of this, Forest, Leeds, Fulham. It's no, go into it. Go straight into it.
I think, to be fair, I think there's a different mentality in the last few weeks. I think we've got over that hump. We've turned the corner. Yeah, we have. I don't think you'll see like that type of Nottingham Forest type thing. I mean, Gakpo's confidence now. Nunes is confident. Even Salah's coming back to the old Salah. You Fabinho in midfield looking like not 100% Fabinho, but certainly an 80% Fabinho. Van Dijk looking like an 80%. Alisson has been brilliant all season. When you add all these little bits together, Ivan, when you add all these percent, the spine is coming back to Liverpool. We had lost our spine, and when you've no spine, you can't fucking walk. You can't do anything. You can't stand up. In games, you are falling down because we no spine. But now, Alisson, Van Dijk, Fabinho, Mohala, there's the spine, and you throw in all the other bits. I think that's the key. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the first thing I'd say is that Alisson has never let us down, right? He has the odd little wobble here or there, but he's been consistent. Salah looks right back at it, and I think we're saying on the last show the 60-odd games we had last season, that the kind of devastation of the last few minutes of the Premier League and the Champions League must have an impact on people. You're then trying to integrate Nunes into the team, and that's a dramatic change in that front three. And you could see in those early games, I remember we had Salah out on the right, and it was like he just actually didn't know, how am I supposed to play in the system with a new number 9 in there? Mane's obviously gone. You've got Diaz in, then Diaz gets injured. It's a clusterfuck waiting to happen.
Shit show.
And then, just a general lack of form, which happens to players. And, let's not forget, like, we've had bad patches over the last couple of years of 3 and 4 games, but we've come through them. And I know there was 1 or 2 games where we were spanked, but, it was just a general malaise around the team. And I think I said in a previous show, the one thing that was worrying me, whatever about the scoring goals and the midfield not protecting us, we weren't scoring. We were not scoring, and now it looks like we're back where, they're going in off people's knees and ankles and arses and everything. They're just going in, and we're creating lots of chances. And that, to me, like, if you're scoring 4 goals, 5 goals a game, it doesn't really matter if you can see 2. Now, obviously, we've had 6 clean sheets, I think, in the last 6 games.
It's five clean sheets. I think tomorrow will be 6.
5. So that's brilliant. So, no, we look like we're back at it.
Even the dog is happy.
Even the dog's happy.
But look, we're not 100% back. We all know. Look, we're not where we were even say last year, but it's certainly a lot better in the last 3 or 4 weeks than it was. If you would have said the same thing to me 3 or 4 weeks ago, we would be here, beat Newcastle, beat Everton, beat Wolves, drawn against Palace away. Wasn't great, but at least we didn't lose. We didn't let in any goals, and then to spank United 7-0, you would have took fucking your hand off. Forget about the League Cup then and saying it's a trophy for us. I'll take it every year. I'll take 7-0 every year. That'd be my League Cup trophy every
Palace
year.
away isn't an easy game.
That's what I'm saying. It isn't even an easy game.
Never been an easy game. No.
We drew with them at home, remember, when Núñez was sent off as well, didn't we? We've drawn twice with Palace, you know what I mean? Realistically, we should be beating them at least once. But anyway,
they always take points off the top teams down there. It's a tough place to go. Always.
Yeah. So, guys, okay, tomorrow. I think tomorrow, 12:30. We know this psychological thing about 12:30 kickoffs. It's down in Bournemouth, down the seaside of Bournemouth. It's way down south. The lads should be up for it. We've Madrid midweek, but I think all your eyes have to be on Bournemouth. You do not want anything other than a win tomorrow, or that 7-0 last fucking week just gets dampened. It turns into a 6-0. So, I mean, Doug, we've got a 3 tomorrow. It's all about 3 points. Now, we all want 3, 4, 5-0 hat tricks, great performances, and another clean sheet. But you take fucking 1-0 now.
Oh, 100%. I'm looking at this game tomorrow as an you said it right. It is a banana skin.
Yeah, potential.
They were unlucky against Arsenal last week. They were very unlucky against Arsenal last week.
Should have been a draw, really. Should have been a draw, really.
Yeah. I was speaking to Craig Beasley from obviously up the Cherries and all departments, and he was saying exactly the same thing. He thought that they would be able to get a draw, but it's going to be interesting tomorrow because Gary O'Neill seems to like sort of the 4-4-1-1 formation, and but Craig actually said to me he thinks they'll play a back 5 tomorrow. So we know what we're like with back 5s. It can be very, very good at times, and it can be very, very bad. So 12:30 kickoffs, absolutely hate them, despise them. So I am very, very much hoping that an early goal would be very, very good tomorrow, just to sort of calm us down. But it doesn't care what the score is, as long as we get 3 points and temporarily go 4th above Spurs.
Yeah, Hugh, I did think psychologically. I remember Spurs had to come to Anfield. We beat them in their ground. They have to come to Anfield in April. And look, we've loads of games to play. With the big 3 after the break. I mean, City away, Chelsea away, and then Arsenal at Anfield. So that won't be easy. But I think we'd be up for the big games. We usually are. It's tomorrow's type of game. You're nearly more worried about, a bit more trepidation. You're going, will the lads be up for it? Well, but surely the likes of Núñez, Salah's back on his goal trail. He's saying, I can get goals here. I can get a few goals. I can probably even get. He had a hat trick against Bournemouth, I think back in 2018. So he has he's a good record against Bournemouth. But then again, Jack, he's a fucking good record against everybody. Jack's on mute, is he? Yeah.
There we go. New episode, say McKindle. Sorry, I've changed my name. I wish we could play them every week, mate. It's about, and we've been here before, lads, how many times this season, and we've already said it. Like, it's about, and obviously the good content that we're seeing. Steven Gerrard, more or less saying that with his little lads, Leo. Salah is like the only person that he loves more than Steven Gerrard's dad. So we're getting the great content coming out of Liverpool. It feels, hopefully, that it is we've turned over a new leaf in all honesty, but we'll find out come tomorrow early kickoffs. Every football fan up and down the country hates an early kickoff, but yeah, we just need to sucker punch them quite early on. I think if we can get a goal, get a second goal, shut up shop, and then look to hit them on the counter attack, and obviously that's where Liverpool in recent weeks have very much thrived, trying to just suck out teams, and we've got the quality now, first and foremost.
I think we've got the quality. I think the big thing is the quality, and Fabinho coming back into some sort of form. Like, will he go the same 11 tomorrow? You know, that Ivan, what do you think tomorrow? Do you think Bjacetic or young Bjacetic comes back in tomorrow?
I'm seeing Seamus's comments there.
Yes,
I think it's probably the only change. Maybe Jota is something else as an alternative for one of the lads up front. We obviously have Madrid on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure which night it is. Wednesday. Okay, so we've a few days, but like the onus is back on us. And don't forget, like the social media is hopping now between United and Liverpool fans. The United fans thinking last week was just a blip. In fairness to them, they answered the questions last night against a weaker side, so they can kind of confidently say, yeah, it was a bit of a blip. Let's see what Liverpool are like. We just have to put these lads to the fucking sword tomorrow. You know, it's tough. It's 12:30, but I would take a 1-0, but we need to be playing with the level of confidence that we played with in the second half last week, and put these to the sword. And I think Gakpo probably has a big game tomorrow. I think if Doug is right and they play a back five, that number 9 role where he's been playing to maybe draw one of the centre backs out to kind of create some spaces in between for the other two boys is really important. But we should be beating them. And last weekend means, in the grand scheme of things, it was great, but it means shag all if we don't.
That's what I'm saying. It means fuck all if we don't get top 4 or we don't, progress. I mean, tomorrow we certainly should be winning. We beat these 9-0 guys. We beat these 9-0 at Anfield at the start of the season, which equaled Manchester United's record. It was against Southampton and Ipswich, I think. Yeah, I mean, surely we should be beating them. It's a different game away from home. As you say, the 12:30 kickoff doesn't suit, but surely tomorrow we turn up, Doug. And what 11 would you go with tomorrow? Would you keep it the same 11, or would you bring Bjacetic in or Jota?
I think because it's the last Premier League game until Manchester City.
1st of April.
I think 1st of April. I think we go all out tomorrow. I
go the same team.
Why change a winning team? Yeah, for me, I would keep the same teem. I don't have any sort of qualms about anybody, going in or out. So yeah, for me, I would keep the same team. And I think they're not the best side. Let me just say this: I think they have been very, very unlucky that they are bottom at the moment, but it is really tight down there. So one win can catapult them up a couple of places. So they'll be fancying it tomorrow. Liverpool on a 12:30 game on a Saturday. They'll be fancying themselves, and they are a very, very good outfit, especially at home as well. But I think Gary O'Neill has made them much more compact. What Scott Parker did, because Scott Parker, we all remember him whinging, moaning about not being backed, and then obviously he got sacked straight after the Liverpool 9-0, and he obviously got sacked again midweek for Club Brugge against Benfica. So
how he got that interview, Doug? He must have had a great portfolio.
It's his cardigan. It's lovely cardigan he likes wearing.
He's got probably about 1,000 of them in his wardrobe.
He's only got one.
No,
he's only got fucking one. That's the
Christ, imagine him in Southgate. Oh my God.
In fairness to him, he looks great on the sideline. He looks like he knows it. He
looks the part.
Yeah, that's true. He's walking in for an interview in his clothes. He gets the interview before he even opens his mouth. But Jack, tomorrow would you go same 11? I was thinking of 1 or 2 changes, but I actually think he might keep the same 11 now.
Yeah, and I think we got to mention. I think we've all spoke about him on all of our shows and that, like even to your mates and your aunties, even your nan. Your nan knows how good Ibu Kanate is, and he's been absolutely imperious, really, in terms of getting back into just doing the basics. Like for last couple of months, we've just seen our centre halves and the whole defensive unit being so disjointed, in all honesty, and like they don't even know how to bloody defend a simple throw-in or set piece or whatnot. But he's going to be massive in terms of tomorrow night, and I think it'll be, obviously, if Liverpool are to do the unthinkable, hopefully, I'm not writing us off to rush yet, but if we do the unthinkable on a Wednesday night, then it'll be probably the main key part of why Liverpool would come
That's
away
another
with
podcast. But I'll tell you what, we wouldn't have lost 5-2 if Van Dijk was beside Canal. I think if we would have been playing Madrid, I know hindsight's a wonderful thing and all that, but if we would have been playing Madrid, say, this coming Wednesday as the first leg, it might have been different. But look, that's, who knows? I mean, who time travelers and all that type of stuff. But
like you have to, Madrid are everybody in Europe's bogey team, right? They just are. I'm hopeful of Wednesday, but I'm not convinced. I have backed us to win the Champions League at 40-1. Even I backed it immediately after the game.
Yeah, you told me, yeah.
But
you never know. You never
know.
Stranger things have happened. Definitely stranger things. But
to Jack's point, like Konate, even on Sunday, there was a 1v1 between Van Dijk and Rashford, and Rashford got ahead of him, and I was like, oh right, he's not the number one anymore. Konate is the number one, or he's gonna be the number one, and he's big and strong, and he's winning headers.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's number one straight away now.
He's gonna be number one. He
eventually, but he's younger.
Yeah.
He's way younger.
Yeah.
What age is he? 22?
21,
22 something. He's no more than.
You know what I mean?
You could see him. I remember when he started. He reminded me a little bit kind of Bambi on ice. He was very unsure.
That was Matip.
Kind of hands, looking a little bit like a bigger, musclier Matip. But now, he's commanding in the air. He can bring the ball forward. He's a fucking unit. He's a big lad.
He's a big boy, all right.
He's a top lad, and I think you're right. He's the two of them together now. There's massive confidence there, and I think also for the likes of with Trent on the right hand side,
it gives Trent confidence. It gives Trent and fucking Robertson confidence to bomb forward, knowing you've got these two bleeding colossus behind you with pace.
Yeah.
So, guys, I'm actually going to stick with the same team. I think now there is obviously a chance Jasetic could come in. There's a chance Jota could come in. Even Bobby, who came on and got a goal. But I just think that dynamic trio up front, I mean, it makes the Avengers look fucking, timid. I mean, Salah, Núñez, Gakpo, it just even sounds right. I mean, it's going to be ridiculous going forward. If you can throw in a Luis Diaz, a Jota's Gota de Lata, and a Bobby Nolan for this season anyway, I mean, it's looking good up front. We just keep those clean sheets. We're winning games. Crick D is in. Chelsea beat Madrid 3-0 in Madrid not so long ago. Madrid haven't scored in a couple of games. No shots on target against Barcelona. But yeah, they actually had a draw, didn't they? Real Betis was the last week, 0-0, I think.
Yeah, last
and I think Benzema has a doubt as well, by the way.
I read that as well, Dave, yeah.
Look, I'm not even thinking of Madrid. I'm thinking of tomorrow. I'm thinking at 12:30 tomorrow. I'm thinking at 2:30 tomorrow when Liverpool win, and I'm doing a post-match and we're saying 3 points in the bag. What a win. That's the most important game. Is your next game. The Madrid game will look after itself. It's not the Wednesday. Let's talk. We'll do probably a podcast Monday or Tuesday for that. But tomorrow, it's absolutely imperative we come away from that ground with the cherries on the top. The cherries, we need the cherries on top. We need to take the cherries and we need to annihilate the cherries tomorrow. Take the win and just, walk away. Sunday to have a lovely day. Trent, when you can get Sunday off. But I just think tomorrow is a potential banana skin, as I said to you, Doug. Because of the fact it's 12:30, because of the fact Bournemouth are bottom of the league and not really expected to do anything. But I think the fact that they brought Arsenal right to the final kick of the game sort of makes Liverpool concentrate a bit more in the game.
Yeah, 100%. And, you look at... I think Bournemouth have been unlucky this season. I think they've had a few games where you look at their, games, and I think they've got a favourable run-in towards the end. I think they got to Everton on the last day of the season, which is not going to be very, very easy to say the very, very least. But I look at Bournemouth at this moment in time. They've got some very, very good players. Jadon Anthony is very, very good. We all know about, obviously, Dominic Solanke. Jack Stevens is done very, very well at the back as well. But I just think we should have too much for them tomorrow. I have to say, the goalie who played for Bournemouth at Anfield, they've got Neto now, who I think is a much, much more commanding goalkeeper. Seems to command his box more, does Neto. So I'm not expecting
hope he's picking them out of the Neto a few times tomorrow, baby.
Hey. So I'm not expecting like another 9-0 because winning 9-0 away from home was absolutely mental. And I know Leicester City obviously did that at Southampton, but no. All I want, Dave, tomorrow is 3 points. That's all I want. I don't care what the performance is like. As long as we get 3 points, that is the main thing for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, as Quick D was saying there a minute ago, I mean, we just got to take the 3 points. I mean, United will be thrown in the banter tomorrow if we can't beat fucking Bournemouth, who are bottom of the table and look like probably will get relegated. Looks like it. Jack, we just got to come away. I'm actually going to go 2-0. I think we should have too much for them. Who's the danger man for you, do you think? I mean, Callum Wilson, Solanke.
Well, speaking to obviously Craig as well. Me and Doug both had him on our shows yesterday, and obviously you spoke about big Philip Billing. Obviously, Craig was saying this season Bournemouth haven't been the best, but just alluding to me fact before as well, where Liverpool have been getting done on sloppy set pieces and just sloppy lapse of concentration, really. And obviously, big Philip Billing, he's the obviously top goal scorer in the Premier League this season. Obviously, Dom Solanke's build-up play, Craig was saying he's improved massively over the last 12-month period. So I'd gauge, obviously, big Philip Billing. We need to stick Ibu on him or Virgil van Dijk on that as well. And I'd mainly focus on us, mate. It's going to be interesting in terms of the more and more I do see of obviously Cody Gakpo as well. He's such an absolute bloody baller. For me, mate.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jack. I don't fear any of them particularly that they're going to kind of, beat us in some, great run or, take us down or, cross in for the left or whatever. It's going to be a corner. If we have a lapse of concentration and somebody doesn't pick up Solanke or whoever, exactly. So once we do our jobs and do the basics, it's then leave it to the four lads to score. Simple as that.
Do you get that joke? Solanke, is he related to Crouch? I don't get that joke.
I can't believe we still, what was it, 20 million we got for him? 25 million, something.
And we got huge money for Jordan Ibe. Remember that?
Yeah.
Jordan Ibe.
And the left back as well. Was it Kev Shoes? Not Kev Shoes.
Remember we were their feeder club. It was like Brad Smith, Jordan Ibe, Dominic Solanke.
Fuck's sake.
I'm pretty sure there was somebody else in there, but yeah, we used to be their. We used to be sort of their sort of feeder club. So look, I think they have better players than they did a couple seasons back. I like the look of obviously Jadon Anthony. I think he's a very, very good player. Philip Billing has been fantastic for midfield, and he's getting goals as well. There is a young lad, I think his name's Traore, so he's another one to look out for tomorrow as well. We just have to be careful because we don't really want a situation where they scored after 9 seconds against Arsenal at the weekend, so we obviously don't want that. We don't want to concede a very, very early goal.
Yeah.
So as long as we keep it tight, as long as we I think we'll have more of the ball tomorrow. I think we'll dominate.
It's going to have to break them down, as you said. If they play that 5-man back, it's going to have to be taking their chances.
Boys. There's just a bit of feedback on someone's mic. I don't know if that's there's an echo on one of someone's mics. Yeah.
The Liverpool echo.
Yeah.
But look, guys, I want scorelines off as well. I'm saying I'm gonna go 2-0 Liverpool. I'm gonna go Nunes, Darwin, chaotic, Captain Chaos to get a goal, and Gakpo actually to continue. I think he's on fire at the moment, but I take any win to be fair. Doug,
3-0 for me.
Goal scorers? Are you gonna give them?
Nunes get 2. I've got a feeling Harvey Elliott might get one tomorrow. I'm going to go Harvey Elliott.
Okay. Jackie boy?
Oh, you're going to love me. Back to the usual. I'm going to go
17-0.
I'm going to go another 7-0, boys. I've got a feeling. I hope I'm sat on that live stream tomorrow, boys, and you jump in and go.
I can't keep drinking cans of 7-Up.
It's the weekend, boys. It's Friday. Yeah, I'm gonna go 7-0. I'm hoping Darwin Núñez just goes on an absolute madness.
Oh,
And,
Dan with his 1-1.
I'm gonna go 7-0.
Look,
Allison with a goal.
Ivan, I'm sticking with 2-0.
I go for 2 as well. I go for 2 as well. Núñez and Mo to get a goal each.
Eamon Kelly's going 4-1. Jack's predictions, he's laughing his head off. Mo will get 3.
Eamon's not too far off. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Salama saying hat trick from Mohalla. Guys, before we go, this Gary Lineker stuff is breaking all over the shop. We know the story, a match of the day. Ian Wright says he's not going to go on tomorrow night. Alan Shearer says he's not going to go on tomorrow night. I'm not going on tomorrow night. Yous aren't going on tomorrow night. I don't even... Probably a lot of people are going to boycott match of the day tomorrow night. Wait till you see. They'll actually boycott it. It's actually backfired on the BBC. It's absolutely crazy. And I think your man Mika Richards is after saying something there on Sky News as well. He won't be available either. I mean, it's an absolute shit show. Does anybody want to say anything about it without being too controversial?
I'll just say,
I can hold the bollocks.
Just in case you rule yourself out for future match of the day shows, you know what I mean?
Oh, today the BBC have defo watched some of my clips and have outed them about 1 million times. Anyway, so,
I think it's a load of bollocks, and I think there are a lot of snowflakes out there, and I think we don't really have freedom of speech anymore.
I don't think we ever had it.
That.
I don't think we've ever had it.
Yeah, I don't even think it's freedom of speech. I don't even think it's freedom of speech. I think it's this fucking woke culture that we're living in. And like the Nazi, the Holocaust and the World War II is a thing that actually happened, right? So that's undeniable. And Gary Lineker has just compared some behavior in a Tory fucking led organization to that. End of fucking story. His opinion, fuck off. That's it. And all of his fucking buddies and other people in the media back him. Fuck off the BBC.
Yeah.
There's only one winner here. Fair play to him.
Yeah, I watched Question Time last night as well, and it's the BBC is not. You only have to look at the coverage over the BBC over the last 10-year period. It's very controlled.
It's controlled, yeah.
It's massively controlled. It's more or less state-owned television now. Everyone gives a lot out to Russia and other countries around the world that control. And as we know, we live in a day of age. We live on our phones. Media plays such a massive part. We're on media now tonight. And as we know, everyone consumes media. And sadly, there is people that believe everything that is in the media, and being Liverpool Football Club as well, the history of obviously the political stuff behind Liverpool Football Club, why we love Liverpool as well, and obviously the lies that were very much spun by the new, not even going to mention the news organisations, but News Corp, and we know who owns News Corp anyway in terms of the UK, and he's got his bloody hands on everything in terms of when you analyse the companies that he actually controls. It's quite scary when you actually do your digging. But yeah, as the lads have said, I'm all for, I think everyone's all for freedom of speech, as we all are, but we know when people overstep the boundaries. I don't think we need to really...
Freedom of barking, you mean? Freedom of barking.
Yeah, freedom of barking, but it's a sad state of affairs in relation to the absolute utter control these news companies and channels.
This has been happening for a few years, Jack. I mean, same in the States as well. This has been going on. They call it big media, and that's why a lot of people turn away from the likes of Sky News, BBC News, RTE News and stuff. You know, mainstream media, they call it basically. And people get their news from smaller places. But the problem there is you have a few lunatics there as well, and the news gets skewed and disinformation. We all know, we won't mention the COVIDs type of stuff that went on. There was a lot going on there. You know, there's a lot of stuff with immigration. Even in Ireland, I don't know about it. There's a lot going on in Ireland right now, like what's happening in England, actually.
Ireland, this is bad. Like, there's stuff going on here with immigration and you know, people in horrible hotels and stuff like that. The news, the RTE just won't even report it. Do you know what I mean? No. It's just crazy. It's all state controlled. It's politically controlled. It's toxic. It's not good.
No, it ain't good. Whatever. I don't know what way this one breaks, but is anybody watching Match of the Day tomorrow night? Probably not. But
I'm hoping they get the worst viewing figures known to bloody man.
I'll record it just to see who's on. It'll be like Jimmy Carr and somebody from Coronation Street or something like that. Like
Coronation
crazy,
Street.
you know.
They've been trying to wheel in Jermaine Genius, and I'd much
Maybe
rather
he'll take it.
Yeah, they've been doing it for years. This is ideal for for BBC producers. And that's what you get from that after replying to
Mo Salah has a good point here, because remember when the World Cup was on, and obviously BBC were the main anchor in the UK for the thing. They were critical of Qatar and human rights and stuff, and they were saying stuff, borderline stuff, and your man, he says something then about the government. See, it's the government. He's saying it against his own government, basically. You know what I mean? And his own government is the Tory government. We all know Rishi Sunak and all them. And that, I think, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, dude. I was watching Question Time last night, Dave, and the way the BBC actually passed it off, whoever was in the producer's ear in terms of the presenter, and they were going, that was an approved statement by BBC officials and directors that he spoke about Qatar, but that just defeats the object in itself. And that just goes to what we've just said. Everything's controlled, and we all know not everyone's naive to the fact. And I just wish the whole world would actually wake up. In all honesty,
yeah. No. Well, maybe it will wake up, but I think it's so deep now. It's very, very deep and ingrained, entrenched. In media and politics and everything like that. We don't usually talk about politics in this show or religion or anything like that, because I don't usually like getting into it, because it's actually messy. Whenever you bring it up, it is messy. The only reason we're talking about it is because it's Match of the Day and it's football and it's Gary Lineker. My lights are gone. BBC are going to cut me off anytime
now. The BBC, actually. Yeah, there we go. Our Wi-Fi's going mad.
Fucking conspiracy theories all over the shop, guys. But you could talk about this all night. It was Bill Gates. There's Conspiracy City. Did we really land on the moon?
Did Liverpool win the Champions League?
Is the Earth round? Is the Earth round?
The flat Earth.
Fuck off, will you?
Do you know what we'll do for the last few minutes, if you can stay on for 5 or 10 minutes? Let's talk about the maddest conspiracy theory you've ever heard that might have some sort of, well, they all have some smoking, gun or a bit of smoking stuff on it. Obviously, the moon landings were faked. That's up there. The JFK one, something dodgy there. The more you look into it, the dodgier it bleeding gets. What's the other ones? Area 51, the Roswell thing, the Roswell incident with the aliens.
I'd love aliens to be real, Dave. I'd honestly.
They are real, Jack.
The human race would absolutely jump into the River Mersey. Our heads as humans, we'd be like, oh, we'd all go. We absolutely bottled it for
aliens is no problem for me. I mean, the universe is absolutely fucking unbelievable.
Leo Messi is an alien. There we go. That's my conspiracy.
Exactly. Real Messi is an alien. Do you know the other one I always find out? What they always say? Oh, I seen this shiny lights and it's flashing lights and it was in the sky and it was. Hold on for a second. These aliens are 10 million years more advanced than us, and they have fucking shiny lights on their machines. Shiny lights that we had 50 fucking years ago. So any spaceship that has shiny lights is fake fucking news. Bullshit. Think about it. It doesn't make fucking any sense. Probably a drone or something. Why would an alien would even 100,000 more advanced than us have lights on a fucking craft? Fuck off.
I've met a few spaces in Dublin at 10 o'clock at night on Saturday night.
Or lunar kicks. Bigfoot is real. Eamon Kelly's coming in with Bigfoot. Fuck's sake. Loch Ness Monster, Doug. Or the fucking lights, the conspiracy theories.
There you go. Look, you've asked for it.
Hey, Eamon in chat, lads. Can Bigfoot play centre half for Liverpool? Yeah, I might actually do it.
What the fuck? Canate's like bleeding Bigfoot, for fuck's sake. Look, guys, I think we leave it there until we say something we don't want to fucking say or something like that.
It's all right. Chat, if anything happens to either four of us, you know where to be. If the video disappears, you know what happens.
Into a black hole. Yeah. Guys, it's been absolutely surrealism. I'm going for 2-0 tomorrow. We just need the 3 points. We just get over the line, get the points, worry about Madrid. I actually think the break that's coming up for us will not suit us because we're starting to get on the roll. Then there's a break. You get back on the roll. I'd rather just went right through. We don't have Fulham because they're obviously in the FA Cup. It is what it is. But tomorrow is absolutely huge. Hit the like, hit the share, guys. Absolute legends. Quick D throws one in, 9-11. There you go. 9-11. Exactly. Talk to you soon. Let's win, guys. Let's get the win tomorrow. Doug, Jackie boy,
just
Ivan, absolute what the fuck is going on? What is
Come on, Liverpool.
The aliens are coming. The aliens.